as an artist, I'm depending on common understandings that we might have in different ways, common experiences. Uh, and for me, like depending on those common experiences or my understanding of what a common experience might be, is a way for you to understand who I am, what I know, what I have experienced, and how I process the world and how I perceive it. And it asks these questions of you as a viewer. And so the act of me showing the work and you looking at it is that dialogue of forming relationships and trying to understand the analogies that are at play. These signals are like semaphore flags. The act of signaling, say with Morse code, or signal flags, kind of is a cousin to the use of these signals, and or the sets of relationships that come with them. These signals are like other systems and devices that we use and respond to carry specific detail in a variety of relationships. Spoken or written language is such a system. And so is semaphore signaling systems, etc. Arranging the general parts of a signaling system builds the specific meaning. And that'll maybe make a little bit more sense when I get a little further into this. But it's important to say where science and Feynman were looking to reduce reduce information to common or to fundamental principles. Maybe artists are reducing down to these fundamental principles in order to build the diversity of the world back up from them. So instead of dissecting things down to understanding them, we're using those understandings to build things with. And so I guess that I'd say these signals are like other signals, but not quite. They don't quite fit in the presumed categories. They're slippery. The speakers and the sound work that are back there have been an attempt to distort kind of the categories of like home stereos or listening to sound systems in different ways. And as a matter of fact, the fabricated speakers back there have kind of slipped back into their reference. I'm in a different part of my studio practice right now. I'm starting to kind of make speaker sets that act like speakers, which is an unusual thing for me. But all of the works in this exhibition have at their core a slippage, between the categories of painting and sculpture. And I've been working with that for 40 years. So when we say, oh, that's a painting, kind of. That's a sculpture, kind of. The intent of that is to bring about a question of the whole enterprise. Each one of those references is right. Signal flags, with other work, stop signals, highway safety signs, all of those are right. And so is the fact that these are like paintings, or these are like sculptures, and they fit into that category. But because they carry all these other references with them, if these works are art, but they also are like these other things, then it demands that we reassess what art means. That art can be like all of these other things too. And it's an attempt, from my point of view, to more fully integrate the idea of art making into the everyday. You'll see a lot of kind of everyday craft, everyday materials in the work that get to that. The second mode of thinking about this work is as a bridge from one side to the other of the analogy. It's the coding system itself. It's like a scaffold that facilitates the use of these systems and devices, and kind of the meta systems. Maybe simply telling us there is a system at use. It's the verb of this work.